This is the person who, within minutes of the shooting, went on TV and called it domestic terrorism. What, is she hiding her face like her ICE agents now? She can't show her face either? By the way, is this what the $800 billion went to? Every day we see her after there's some new tragedy in Homeland, she's wearing a different outfit with a different hat. I mean, come on, guys, she looks ridiculous. She's not just an embarrassment to the country. She's an embarrassment to you and the president. Okay, she deserves to be removed from her job by the president, and if not, impeached. Not just for her complete failures in Homeland, but her destruction of FEMA. She's not even running the department.
This moment wasn't about raised voices or committee drama. It was about power, accountability, and whether Congress still has the backbone to confront an executive branch that increasingly acts untouchable. When oversight collapses, democracy doesn't fall all at once. It erodes, quietly, hearing by hearing. If you want honest breakdowns like this that cut through the noise, make sure you subscribe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to go back to a previous statement by one of our colleagues, Governor Biggs. He said that Democrats have not tried to de-escalate the situation. You know, after the brutal murder of Charlie Kirk, which was domestic terrorism, okay, we tried to de-escalate. After the assassination attempt against the president, which was domestic terrorism, I was appointed to the task force to investigate that assassination attempt. We tried to de-escalate. After the anti-Semitic attack in Colorado, in which you put forward a resolution that included language about ICE's favorable role in that. 75 Democrats voted for that resolution, even though there was no reason to put that in there, but you did it to try to put us on the board. So this idea that that Democrats have said nothing, that we haven't tried to de-escalate, it's just not true. It's just not true. Now, it's not like you guys have any credibility on de-escalation. I mean, literally, we're not the ones who told tens of thousands of people to show up to the Capitol and run in here like a mob, and now you all tell people it never happened. You know, like, oh, that's not what the deal was. It's not like every day there isn't some sort of tweet that just escalates and escalates and escalates. And so, listen, I hope one day we could have a hearing on de-escalation. I would love to participate in a hearing on how we together de-escalate. But looking at one party and saying, you don't de-escalate, I mean, that's literally escalation. We can't have a serious dialogue on how we do bring down the temperature together. You know, I want to, we heard about this domestic terrorism thing, right? Domestic terrorism. That was the first thing we heard. I have a question. This is the person who, within minutes of the shooting, went on TV and called it domestic terrorism. What, is she hiding her face like her ICE agents now? She can't show her face either? By the way, is this what the $800 billion went to? Every day we see her after there's some new tragedy in Homeland, she's wearing a different outfit with a different hat. I mean, come on, guys, she looks ridiculous. She's not just an embarrassment to the country. She's an embarrassment to you and the president. Okay, she deserves to be removed from her job by the president, and if not, impeached. Not just for her complete failures in Homeland, but her destruction of FEMA. She's not even running the department. You guys know this. You guys know she's not running Homeland. Your governors and you all, when you need your FEMA money, you don't call Noem, you call Corey. You know she's not running the place. She's a complete and utter embarrassment. By the way, every Homeland Secretary has come in front of this committee once a Congress I'd like to know the date she's coming. When is she coming?
When is she coming? When is she coming?
When is she coming? By the way, do you know Pam Bondi has not come in front of this committee? Do you know she's the only secretary to not appear in front of a committee yet? When is she coming? What's the date on the calendar that she's coming? You know what? Let's make it easy. I want to make a motion to subpoena Pam Bondi
Second.
to this committee.
Third, fourth, fifth.
How much are we going to...
The gentleman is not recognized for that motion. However, the chair will advise as to the Attorney General coming for, as they do routinely.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. But where is the Attorney General, the only secretary to not appear, okay, in front of a committee? The only one. We're into year 2 of this Congress, and we've not had the Attorney General in front of this committee. How much are we going to weaken Article 1 of the Constitution while you guys remain in power? I watch you twist yourself into pretzels trying to defend this, running away from previous statements, disagreeing with yourself, trying to defend the crap that's happening. And so I'll make a motion again to subpoena Pam Bondi in front of this committee.
Second. Third, fourth, fifth.
The chair will again admonish that the gentleman is not recognized for purpose of the motion. The chair will also inform all of us that the Attorney General had agreed to come and was going to be here in October. Unfortunately, we had a shutdown. However, this committee is in the process of scheduling a return. If there is not a shutdown later in January, I fully expect that she will be here.
Will she be here before or after we invade Greenland?
Well before, I would guess.
Okay.
And the gentleman yields back.
At the core of this exchange is a lie that keeps getting repeated until people stop challenging it. The claim that one side refuses to de-escalate political violence. What the speaker was actually doing was dismantling that narrative by pointing out something uncomfortable. Democrats have repeatedly condemned political violence across ideologies, across targets, and across moments, even when it costs them politically. De-escalation doesn't mean silence, and it doesn't mean pretending facts don't exist. It means refusing to weaponize tragedy, and that distinction matters. If you care about facts over slogans, subscribe. The deeper issue is credibility. You cannot accuse others of escalation while rewriting the most escalatory event in modern American politics. When leaders encourage mass outrage, deny reality afterward, and then lecture others about calming tensions, it exposes a fundamental bad faith problem. De-escalation requires honesty about the past, not selective amnesia. Without that, every call for unity becomes a performance instead of a principle. Subscribe if you want analysis that calls this out plainly. Then there's the accountability vacuum at the top of Homeland Security and the Justice Department. The anger here wasn't personal, it was institutional. Cabinet officials who avoid Congress aren't just dodging questions, they're weakening Article 1 of the Constitution itself. Oversight is not optional. When secretaries treat hearings as inconveniences instead of obligations, it signals that power is flowing in one direction only. If you want to understand why this should alarm everyone, not just one party, subscribe. What makes this moment especially revealing is that everyone in the room already knows the truth. Governors, lawmakers, and agencies bypass leadership because they know who actually runs the department. That's not governance, that's improvisation under a hollow chain of command. When FEMA, DOJ, or DHS function without visible, accountable leadership, Americans pay the price during crises. If you want these realities explained without spin, subscribe. The attempt to block a subpoena wasn't about procedure, it was about control. Preventing a vote isn't neutral, it's a choice to protect power from scrutiny. Congress doesn't lose authority overnight, it surrenders it one ruling, one deflection, one delayed appearance at a time. That's why moments like this matter more than headlines suggest. Subscribe to stay informed about what's really happening beneath the surface. My view is simple. Democracy cannot survive on trust alone. It survives on confrontation, transparency, and consequences. Officials who believe they're above questioning are telling you exactly how they plan to govern without you. This exchange wasn't chaos, it was resistance to normalization of executive avoidance. If you want more analysis that treats these moments with the seriousness they deserve, subscribe.